Hello and welcome to the Carrollton campus. My name is Heather Yoakum and I'm the campus director. We want to welcome you to our virtual tour and we look forward to showing you around. So some things to note about our building is we've been here about 3 years. It's a brand new $16 million building on a former Camp Cassock, which is about 30 acres that belongs to the Carrollton campus. It's always important to note here about the Build Smart initiative. Jefferson is part of KCTCS, which stands for Kentucky Community and Technical College System. We have 16 colleges in the state of Kentucky, and Jefferson being the largest of all those 16 colleges. A few years ago, the state said that they would fund a project for each college, and for Jefferson, it was the Carrollton campus. But our region and our community had to come up with a certain amount of money before that could happen. And so our region, Oldham, Trimble, Gallatin, Henry, Oldham, and Carroll counties, came up with $4 million in less than 6 months. And that is really a true testament to our regional support for this community and technical college, as our local business and industry really want for students to work here, live here, and learn here. So we look forward to going through this virtual tour with you. Follow me. So on the first floor, you'll see our office space and also our technical wing. So here you have our engineering and electronics technology lab. This, we have 2 lab spaces. We have the hydraulics and pneumatics. All the equipment here. In these 2 lab spaces, we have close to $1.8 million worth of equipment. It's a very hands-on program, and you'll actually spend just as much time in the lab with hands-on stuff as you would in the classroom with lecture. So engineering, electronics, technology, we typically try to relate that to a gaming for students who like gaming. It's that you are working on, you see multiple computer screens and you know how the equipment works, and then if it breaks down, you know how to fix it. Last year in this program, anyone who was over the age of 18, 100% of students were currently working in the field. We do have several students who are dual credit and are taking classes through the dual credit program, and unfortunately you have to be over the age of 18 to be working in local industry. So again, a lot of students are working with co-ops and internships, and if they're over the age of 18, then yes, they are working in the field. This is a program that's paid for through the Work Ready Scholarship and an area community scholarship as well. So students are able to graduate with very little student loan debt or debt-free and have an associate's degree that allows them your salary rates between $55,000 and $70,000 a year with a 2-year degree. Now we're entering the electronics lab. This is our Mechatronics, again very hands-on. We're focusing everything as though you were working in the industry. So you'll see the lockout station over here. If you need any tools or equipment, safety is very important. And again, the job placement rate for this program is between 95% and 98%, and students can start out making between $55,000 and $70,000 a year. This might also be a good time to discuss our partners. Engineering and electronics technology, applied process technologies, and welding are all programs that are part of our Future 42 partnership. Future 42 is our area partners are going to be LG and EKU, North American Stainless, Nucor, Dow, and PMC. And basically in the next 2 to 7 years, about half of our job market will retire and 20 to 30 years of experience is going out the door. Our local industries are panicked because they need for skilled workers to fulfill those positions. And so all those industries are located on Highway 42. So that is the Engineering and Electronics Technology Lab. We also like to talk about the experience of our instructors who are teaching these technical programs. Bob Nance is currently our instructor. He's a veteran, has worked in industry, and is also a Jefferson graduate. Of course, this is a great time of the year to see our student lounge area and really the focal point of the campus. This is our outdoor seating area, student lounge, and of course due to COVID, it looks a little bit different than in normal times. We have our Flex Lab area next to the student lounge area. This is a place where we can rent out to local business and industry if they have training needs. But this is also a place where if we're doing team building activities with our students, or different activities that's done here in this area. So typically during finals week, midterms, we might have puppies here and the students can love on them as a way to de-stress. We've had cornhole, karaoke, again, various events in this area. And this is our Applied Process Technologies program that's taught by Donnie Tiller.
Welcome to the Applied Process Technology Department. The department here, what we do is work with the operations side of the power plant, petrochemical and chemical industry. We're teaching the operators about different processes, vessels, valves, different things that they'll be doing. OSHA created this, what's called a P-Tech program, whenever they found out a lot of the problems that these companies were having with injuries and deaths were due to the technicians not being trained properly or undertrained. So this program gives them a head start that when they go into industry, they're kind of walking into something they already know about. So what we do in this program is teach several different things. So we're going to be teaching about these cutaway valves. These cutaway valves help the students understand how the valves work, what the principle is behind them, so that when they get in industry and they see these, they understand what's going on. We like to also teach them about the pumps. This is a cutaway pump to see how they operate, see how they work, and it gives them an advantage whenever they're in the process to understand what's going on. We also have here a mini process that we use for troubleshooting. The students can come out, we set up scenarios for them to look at, to see how things work, how they don't work, and how to troubleshoot the problems that's going on. We also teach the power plant students. So what we have here is an actual mini power plant. This power plant's able to produce around 9 volts of electricity. So the students learn how to start it up, how to start producing electricity, about the cooling process, and how the electricity is used as amperage to go out to the various resources. So it's a really interesting thing to be able to run and play with. We also have over here the distillation column. This is for the petro and the chemical industry. This unit is whenever you pass these places and see the big sticks, that's what they are, is a distillation column separating certain chemicals to get them purified so that they can also be used in other products. We also use these tabletop units that you see here. They're used for heat control, heat exchange, for positive displacement pumps, to learn about those, centrifugal pumps. And the students are able to sit and go through these computers and learn how the pressures change and the different flows change whenever they're used. Also around this way we have what we call our pump station. Our pump station is used for the students to learn about all the different types of pumps. Positive displacement, centrifugal, you get into the diaphragm pumps and the different areas that they can learn how these flows work and how these pumps work. We have our mechanical fabrication table. It's to teach the students how to use the tools they'll be using in industry, how to name them, how to properly use them, how to take pumps apart and also put certain things together in a way that it's not going to come apart. And then around here we have what's known as our Amatrol units. As the students advance in the classes, they're going to learn about these different processes. There's pressure control, there's process control, analytic control, and thermal process control. And these are used to learn through the instrumentation part how to hook the circuits together to get certain things to work and how they work. And then we also use these for our troubleshooting because the students are going to have to learn to walk out in a situation and understand what's going on and be able to address it. So these units are very useful in teaching and getting the students to understand what is going on and how each one of these processes work. And then also in our lectures, they're going to be going over a lot of things as far as teamwork, how to adjust to swing shift and different things like that. And then we also have a chemical course that we go through so that they're understanding the whole principle. The biggest thing about this program is to teach these students that it's more than just going out and trying to do a job. It's going out, understanding what's happening, understanding why it's happening, and how that they can go out and take care of these processes. This is one of the most important jobs in a factory. I always call it the Swiss Army knife because you have to know different disciplines and you have to understand the troubleshooting skills you need. Because if something goes wrong, you're not just affecting yourself. You're going to affect people for miles around you when you have a spill or have an accident happen. So it is a very important part of the whole of the industry, and it's a really great program to get into and understand. Because once you get into the ground floor, is what this program is pretty much called, you can see the different disciplines. You can see the instruments, you can see the mechanical side of it or the planning side of it, and decide from there what you want to do, or you may enjoy what you're doing. I worked for Dow Corning for 31 years, worked in the same area doing the same thing, and absolutely loved it the whole time. So it's a great program to get into, a great program to get into industry. We have lots of internships. We have lots of companies interested in what's going on with this program. So anytime you need information, please let us know. Love to sit down and talk to you. Thank you.
Here is our welding. We have 13 booth space. This is taught by Lindsay Gilbert, who is also a Jefferson graduate. Here we'll show you two of the machines that we use. On the first here we have the Aspect 375. This is water-cooled AC/DC stick and TIG welding machine. Next to that we have the PowerWave C300. It's a DC only machine that runs stick, TIG, and MIG welding. Carrollton welding students also have the opportunity to earn certificates in stick and MIG welding. Here you'll see the plasma cutter. This uses the computer to design blueprint with precise measurements, and then the machine will cut out the object. This is welding. This is actually one of the projects that the welding students made. So you never know what you're going to create in welding class. A lot of our students come from Oldham, Carroll, Trimble, Gallatin, Henry counties. We do see several students come to us from the Indiana area as well. Based on our technical program, since most of our students are working as co-ops or interns, we do try to have a block schedule, so students are here Monday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, Thursday. Of course, the patio area is marked off a little bit differently due to COVID. Then we also have the Learning Commons area. This is a place where students can study in between classes. You have several computers, printing services are available. And typically a faculty member will staff this area. We have free tutoring services, and then a faculty member is here and can assist students if they need any homework help and questions about their coursework. And then all of our general education classes are on the second floor. So again, first floor is office space and the technical wing. And then our classrooms for all other classes are on the second floor. Classes are typically anywhere between 15 and 30 students. This is another example of a classroom. We have 2 computer labs. Students are able to use this as long as special testing or classes aren't taking place. We have rented these out previously in the past as well. If a local business or industry needs space for training needs. Then another nice feature on our campus are the team building rooms. Students can reserve these and work on group projects. You have the smart television, able to work on PowerPoints. So a lot of students come up here to study for major quizzes or tests. We have 2 of those rooms, and again, you do have to reserve those. This is our small computer lab. We have a 1-year practical nursing program. It is accelerated. It starts in January and ends in December. Students do run through the summer term. This is a program also paid for through the Work Ready Scholarship, along with all of our technical programs. The Work Ready Scholarship will pay up to 15 credit hours per semester. That's fall and spring only, not for the summer. And of course, when you first start the program, it's going to be heavily lecture, lab time, and then of course you'll do clinicals locally. Again, a 1-year nursing program. Nursing is selective admissions, so not everyone gets in. They're going to look at grade point average, your pre and co-requisites that are completed. Finally, we have our science lab. We offer physics, chemistry, and biology courses here. I'm not sure if you're aware of our history, but we used to be in a former department store over 100 years old. And now we have this dedicated lab space, which is nice. Previously, we had to offer some of our science classes at the local area technology center. That concludes our tour of the Carrollton campus. If you want to learn more, please visit us at www.opendoors.us.